Jane is busy scrolling through her phone, reading an article saying that the world today is facing an enemy that cannot be seen. This led her to look for more information about it. The result comes out and it is COVID-19. This made her question herself what really the virus is, the fact that it greatly affects the lives of many people around the world. So what is coronavirus? Coronavirus is an infectious disease caused by a newly discovered virus. It spreads primarily through droplets of saliva or coughs and sneezes from the person infected with the virus. After reading the information online, Jane was enlightened after watching the video explaining what coronavirus is. Now, she understands the reason of being afraid from it. It was already 11 o'clock when the rain was pouring hard outside, the thunders rumbling away as lightning struck after it. Jane was seated near the window, leaving only the lampshade on when her phone beeped non-stop. She scanned through her phone to see what it was. Disappointment is way too evident on her face. It was a text from her friend saying that their planned hangouts tomorrow is cancelled. It is because of the new rules implemented that youth ages 21 below were not allowed to go outside. Jane was left with no choice but to agree with her friend. Besides, it's only for their own good. The next day, despite of being below 21, Jane was sent by her mother to the nearby market because they're running out of food supplies. Her mother got her a quarantine pass for her to get through the market. Her mom was busy, so she was ordered to go grocery shopping instead. As Jane stepped his feet outside, she immediately saw the changes. They're living in an urban area where the streets are very busy in any time of the day. But because of the virus, it looked like a ghost town. People are nowhere to be found and streets are very empty. She arrived at the grocery store and she immediately looked for the food they needed. Her mom told her to buy everything she thinks their family needed during this pandemic. She looks for snacks also for younger siblings to have something to enjoy with without going out of the house. After she went grocery shopping, she went to the nearby bookstore first before she goes home. She needed to buy some books to enjoy her quarantine. She never knew when the virus is going to fade away, so she bought a lot of books. On her way home, she saw the cafe where she is frequent with her friends. She stopped by, savoring the feeling of her usual habits for the last time. She texted her friends that she was able to get out from the house because her mom ordered her to do something and told them how she misses and hanging out with them. Because of the virus, she temporarily bid farewell to her usual self. While sipping from her coffee, she keeps reminiscing of those times where she was so happy hanging out with her friends without worries. And after that very nostalgic moment, she went home hurriedly because her mom called her to immediately go home. The moment she arrived home, she hurriedly washed her hands thoroughly as what the Department of Health and the World Health Organization ordered to avoid catching the virus. Prevention is still better than cure, as what the saying goes. She wiped her hands with a clean towel and sanitized her hands as much as possible. After that, she was never allowed to go out again as the cases went up rapidly as the days passed. Face-to-face classes was suspended and online classes was implemented. As quarantine continues, Jane never failed to talk with her friends and ask what they're up to. Because of quarantine, she was forced to adopt this new normal and do things that is way too strange for her, like ordering things online. But also, because of this quarantine, she was able to spend more time with herself and got to find and know her own capabilities as a person. And Jane's story is one of the examples that proves that you can do more things despite of the absence of your acquaintances, and finding yourself is one of its major advantages.